My name is Daria and
I'm Steven.
And we are making this video from just outside of Houston, Texas. And we just wanted to make this video to return all glory to God. This issue is the issue that originally brought me to the Nsppd platform. On August 31st, 2022, I received the link from a dear sister of mine out there in Nigeria. She sent me this link and she said, she explained the platform to me, and she told me Pastor Jerry mentioned our son's case. She was talking about my son Steven's case. Steven has been dealing with an issue since it became a problem December 2020. And in January 2021, he ended up having a surgery for what we thought was an abscess, or what was called an abscess. And he went in, he had surgery, stayed in the hospital for a few days. He was 12 years old at the time. And this was supposed to be a simple surgery, just an incision and drainage. They put, drains in and all these different things that was supposed to only stay in for a few weeks. 6 months later, the drains were still in. We went back, the doctor took the drains out and said that the wound would close on its own. Well, the wound didn't close on its own. So by October, I reached back out to the doctor to let him know that the wound was still open. And he sent us for an MRI scan. Went for the MRI scan and I didn't hear back from him. And so I would repeatedly reach out to his office, and eventually he got back to me and told me that the reason why he didn't get back to me is because he really has no idea what it is that he was looking at. He had never seen anything like that before. And he spoke to a specialist outside of that hospital system who would take my son's case. So he referred us to a doctor, and so he had another surgery in December of 2021. We thought that, that she had gotten whatever the problem was. It left a major hole in the surgical site that we needed to pack with wet gauze for months. So eventually the packing became very, very painful for Steven, and this was something that we needed to do, several times a day. It was very painful for him, but it never closed. So because it never closed, that meant there was still a problem. Several scans were taken to try to pinpoint where it was, and there was another procedure, a colonoscopy, that was done on him. And so we got the results for that, and then ended up with another surgery. So now we're at surgery number 3. And the doctor believed that she had gotten all of it then. But so there was another drain installed, and we thought that was it. That was the end of the road. We were happy that this issue was finally over, but then the hole still didn't close. I was speaking to a friend of mine, and she's a nurse, and she said, why don't you just see this other doctor who she's done some work with? And he just did an examination, told notes with the other doctor, the surgeon who had done the previous 2 surgeries. And he said, if Steven begins to have any pain or any problems, just give me a call. So lo and behold, Steven ends up having pain. And so I sent a message. He called me and said, we're going to do a surgery on Steven tomorrow, based on the information that I told him in the message. We're going to do a surgery on Steven tomorrow. And so as I'm sitting on the phone with the doctor, I was crying. He didn't know, but I was like crying as he tells me this, because I'm tired of my son having surgery and getting cut on and anesthesia. And so we went in to have the procedure the next day, August 31st, 2023. I tuned into the Nsppd prayers, and at 45 minutes and 15 seconds, Pastor Jerry declared, you had a simple surgery. It was supposed to be a simple surgery. And from that, you've had 4 more surgeries to correct what went wrong with the first surgery. By the same power that raised Jesus from the dead, let it be reversed.
It was meant to be a simple surgery, but out of what they called a simple surgery, you have done 4 more surgeries to correct the error of a simple surgery. By the power that raised Jesus from the dead, let it be reversed.
So this surgery that Steven had on August 31st, 2023 was the 4th surgery. So the doctor came out, the procedure went well, but he showed me pictures of this big hole that was left in my son's body that would need to close on its own. So August 31st, 2023. So the surgery was a success, but I was looking at the big gaping wound still left in my son's body that we've seen before, and it just never closed up. So Friday, he was taking a shower. We noticed when it was time to undress the wound that it didn't look the same. I came to myself and I thought, as I looked at the wound, I said, well, this is, maybe there's packing in it that I'm supposed to take out because I don't see the hole. I'm pretty sure I saw a big hole. There was a hole that I did see a hole just the day before. By Friday, the hole was closed. 24 hours, the hole was closed. A hole that we've waited for years to close has closed in 24 hours at the word of the Lord. So we just wanted to return all the glory to God.
Yes.
And to say what God cannot do does not exist.
I wanted to say a personal thank you to Pastor Jerry as a thank you, man of God, and you have given me a lot of hope during this journey, and I wanted to say thank you.
Thank
From
you.
the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Thank you. We